Hello everyone. Again, I would like to say hello to you from Astana, Kazakhstan, and here we are with a beautiful Kazakh table here. See how beautiful it is. And I would really want to introduce you IDI LLC instructor that is here with me with the class, with the business class. Nelo Chikon, welcome to Astana.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
How is it for you?
It was amazing staying in a family, a Kazakhstan family. It was a gift for me to experience this.
Yes, we were invited over to the real Kazakh family with the real Kazakh traditions, and we are really grateful to this family for this wonderful table that they shared with us. So we here now with business class. What would you tell? Like, Hooponopono, it's not about working on relationship. It's not about working on the health problems, but it also works with business. Yeah. So how Hooponopono and business fits in your life?
Yes, it is a beautiful experience do Hooponopono at work, for example, because you can have the chance to stay at a zero state in each and every moment of your life, and even at work when usually I experience problems, I have the opportunity moment by moment to clean, to release, and to solve the problems. So apply Hooponopono in the business is beautiful, changed my life really. And because sometimes you think Hooponopono, it is something that you can do not always because you are dealing with the clients, with colleagues, with boss, but it is not. You can apply Hooponopono moment by moment from 9 to 6 working hours. You can do in every moment. That's the beauty of Hooponopono.
So for some people, when they make business or when they do their own business, it's a very difficult concept to grasp that some kind of spiritual practice can be applied to the daily business life. How does this fit together?
Yes, Hooponopono, yes, apply to the business, but first apply into yourself. So it is easy to apply Hooponopono in the business because you have to work inside yourself. And this is the beauty of Hooponopono. It is not a theoretical practice, but it's very practical because you can work into yourself, inside yourself, in each and every moment of your life, of your work. So that's you put some seeds of something new in your work, in your business. That's the beauty of Hooponopono.
And let's say I have some real business. Let's say I'm a trader and I'm selling something. Let's say somewhere local business. And where should I start with to apply Hooponopono? From where? Like, can you give me a real example with this kind of business? Okay.
So, for example, I can work into myself with the relationship, for example, for the clients, or also for the goods or the service that I sell. So I can work. What happens within me when I'm selling this good? How is what is happening inside me? And if I goes to the place of Hooponopono, is the place of repentance, forgiveness, and transmutation, then the goods that I sell for sure will fit the client, will be good for the client.
So you say the right clients will come to you. That's what you say. So does it mean that not everybody will buy this, or what's going on?
The right person will buy it we buy this food. And that person will be happy, and you as a seller will be happy, because the purpose of our life is to stay at peace, in joyful place, and in the happiness. So if I am happy to sell this food and the client is happy, that's the purpose. It is all of this. When we work, sometimes we think that we have to feel pain or guiltiness or something like that. No. When you apply Hooponopono, you are happy, the good is happy, and the client is happy.
You mentioned something, for some people it's very difficult to grasp. You said the good is going to be happy. What is it all about?
I know that, because everything, when you do Hooponopono, you can perceive everything and everybody in their perfect form, in their divinity. So, goods and object, I can perceive it as a sacred piece, sacred good. So, and that's the client. I can perceive the client perfect in his or her divinity. So that is Hooponopono. But I have to perceive first. I have to clean, to work into myself in order to achieve that.
So every object has a soul.
Every object has an identity. Identity is it is the outcome of the divine intelligence, and each of us and each of its element of a living being is an outcome of the divine intelligence. So when we do Hooponopono, we can perceive it, we can be aware of that. If we work through our memories, that the memories create a problem, then we are not able to perceive any object or any person in their identity, in their divinity. But through Hooponopono, through the releasing everything, our weight, our burden, then we can perceive any object in their perfect aspect, in their identity, in their spirit, in their soul, of course.
Let's say I don't have a business, and since person doesn't have a business, and let's say there is a problem going on, and let's say this person, for example, can have problem with this person or with the boss. How Hooponopono can be applied to this particular situation, because it's still business setting, right? So how Hooponopono can help to resolve this kind of thing, because majority of the time, boss is the one who's going to yell. Right? Unfortunately, our bosses aren't that kind to us once in a while, right? But it's how it can be done. So you would have less confrontational situations in your life.
So we assume that I am this, right? So if I am this, I work into myself and I clean the relationship with my boss. Clean the relationship means that I work into myself, into my fears. Maybe when the boss yells, I feel fear, or I go at home and I feel depressed. So first I have to work into myself, and through Hooponopono I bring some light into myself. When I have light into myself, for sure, the boss will change, for sure. But if you stay in that process of to feel bad, to feel guilty, the boss will continue to yell to you. But if you bring some light, some love, some you release your memories, then you are perfect person.
So if I'm the person who is cleaning is going to release those memories, this guy can't yell at me anymore.
Or for sure, the relationship changes. Maybe you can change it. Maybe that boss will be changed the department, for example.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Department. Yeah, that's a great outcome of the situation that can be. Yeah.
But I have many examples of even myself. I was not happy of my past work. I was an engineer, and through Hooponopono I find my way, my job, my work. So, and I have not anymore that year to me.
So, can you say that through Hooponopono we can find our true, I would say that the right and perfect job for yourself, even if you work for yourself or doesn't matter, you can work for somebody else, right? But the true things that you can do and enjoy, that's the way?
That's the way, because the divine creator made us to live a perfect life. That's so, and we have the right. Through Hooponopono, we find the right place in this earth, in this planet, and we find the right purpose in our life. Very often we think that we have the wrong job because we have lost the right purpose. We didn't hear into ourselves, but hear outside. Maybe our parents say, you have to study this, you have to do that, and we follow that. In that way we find the boss that yells us. But when we clean, when we apply Hooponopono, we start to know who we are. That's Hooponopono is know yourself. When you know yourself, you find the right job and the right place where to work. And it is the identity. When you have your identity, you are perfect in this life. Always. Doesn't matter if it is at work or if you have only the family, and only the family is one of the most important business of life, of course. So if you have a family, you can apply Hooponopono into your family, and maybe the financial, the economy of the family can be better.
Yes, actually, I've heard a lot of stories when someone, let's say wife, starts practicing Hooponopono on a daily basis, and husband's money level and the business improves. And not only improves, but everything, it seems like everything is improving in their lives. And the result of applying Hooponopono becomes kind of like positive in each and every area of their life, even though they apply only to the business.
Yeah, I'm happy when at the business class we have a housewife, because it is important to apply Hooponopono also in the economic aspect of the family. And of course, when you use Hooponopono in the family, everything will find the right place. Maybe the husband will find the right job, and you will find the right way to live, to work in the house, and also the children. I have 3 children, and I love do Hooponopono with my children, and I apply Hooponopono business because very often they are going to college, so the economic is...
They need to find the perfect and right job.
Yes.
And this is, I would say, that your responsibility to clean in order for them to find the right and perfect job.
Yeah.
Okay, so always parent, or I can clean too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because as parent we have to be happy first for ourselves, and when we are happy, our children will find their way to be happy and to find their job, their perfect work. So we don't have to push. But first we have to clean, to work inside ourselves, and maybe we be inspired to say some word for our children. I am an engineer, and but I don't do the practice very often. But my son, my oldest son, decided by himself to do the same school, the same university, and he's now an engineer, and now he's doing the master of engineering, and he's happy. But not because I said I was surprised when he chose to do engineering study. So he found his way, but I clean, and I continue to clean.
Nello, how you were introduced to Hooponopono? Because I know that majority of the women were much faster. We're just grasping whatever we need and we're just going with it. But for men with analytical minds, and especially you mentioned that you're an engineer, how it was for you? How was that experience for you with Hooponopono?
I took my time. Because I didn't do Hooponopono in a hurry, but little by little I let inside myself, my feeling, my inner child, to get what I learned in the class. So didn't want to do everything in 1 month or in 1 week, but little by little I used Hooponopono the first months only few things, and then little by little my practice grew up. But I let time to myself to do that.
And so you were introduced to Hooponopono and you went right away to the class?
Yes.
So that was the beginning of your real practice?
Yes, because it was in 2006, so it was not in Europe, it was not
you didn't even have class in your country?
No, I translate an article from an American psychologist, and that's talked about Hooponopono. And after 1 month, I flew to Ireland to take the class, the Hooponopono class in Ireland. I was in a transition time because I left my work just a few months before, and then Hooponopono helped me a lot to find the right job, the right work. So this was beautiful. That took time because the beginning, just only a few things I did. I love you, thank you, my repeating, my inner child accept. And then little by little I apply all the other beautiful cleaning tools.
There's one interesting tool right in front of us. Could you please tell us about this tool and how to apply it to our business?
This is strawberry, and we can use strawberry, of course, as cleaning tool. It is when it is something that unusual as a practice, spiritual practice, that you eat something and you let go memories. So when I'm afraid something about work, maybe I have some fight with or argument with some client, I eat just a little of strawberry, and I do the signal into my inner side that I want to do Hooponopono. I want to let go. I want to find peace inside myself.
So, see, this jelly is strawberry jelly, made out of horse miruya, and it's a jelly. So it doesn't mean that we have to eat strawberry. We have to use strawberry in jelly only, or what forms we have to go with. What is the best tool for us?
You can use fresh, or you can use like jam, and has not to have corn syrup, but you can use in different form. Doesn't matter.
So as long as we have strawberry there, right?
Yeah, of course.
And this can it be applied with the money of your business or of your work? Let's say that.
If we are inspired and here we are in the middle of the class and the strawberry happened in the table. So this is a tool that we can use at work. We can use for money. Maybe if I am worried about money, I eat just a little of strawberry jam, jelly, and something happened inside me. So it is a tool that we can use. Maybe you can, if you work at home, you can use that. Maybe if you are in your office, you can use during the coffee break.
Coffee breaks. Yeah, that's a wonderful way to have a break and have some cleaning going on.
Yeah. Because you can do Hooponopono during the day, the working days. Because even in the working days, you can drink water, for example, and we can use blue solar water, and we can use some food like strawberry, and if there is season of strawberry in springtime, you can eat fresh, and during the other time, you can use just a little. You don't have to use a big spoon, but just a little, and it is enough to start the cleaning process.
And both those tools were mentioned in a Who is in Charge article that was written by Dr. Italiakovic-Hulen, and this article you can read in English, Russian, or Italian. In Russian, you're going to be able to read this at hooponopono.sng.ru, and in Italian you can read from IGI Italia. Can you say the website?
It's hooponoponoitalia.it.
If you happen to know Italian, please visit his website and you'll be able to read this wonderful article about Hooponopono. Well, let's talk about money a little bit, because sometimes I know that some people have non-traditional businesses. Let's say some people have like multi-level marketing. I'm sure you've heard about it, and the distribution of some kind of product. And I know that in former Soviet Union, a lot of people involved in this kind of business, but some they get frustrated because there is no results, and some of them they get me very good with the multi-level marketing. How to apply Hooponopono for this kind of business? Because I'm sure that Hooponopono works not only for traditional businesses, correct?
Yeah, you have to ask into yourself, how is your relationship with that work, with this multi-level? How do you feel? If you feel, for example, guilty, or if you feel greed, maybe that's something you have to clean inside. If you feel good, you feel confident, then the money will come. But if you are afraid of something, so what is the relationship with the money? That is the key point. Money has an identity, like the goodies. The goodies. So, which share the memories with the money? What we can clean into ourselves about my relationship with the money. That's all. So you can apply Hooponopono in every kind of work or unusual work, because first you apply into yourself. Even if you are in a multi-level market, you can apply Hooponopono into between you and the others, but into your memories that you share with the others, with a different level of the market.
How about those people who are searching to start their own business, but they don't know where to start and in what area to start with, but they really want, especially the young ones who just graduated the colleges and they just want to start fresh and everything, do not do mistakes that parents did. So how to go with this one?
First, you have to clean to release any fears, any memories about the parents, for example, the failure of the parents. You have to clean everything of that. And then you have to, when you clean, you will be inspired to find the right job or to start the right business. But only when you are zero. When you are zero, you can create. So Hooponopono is also a creation process. Because when you go to your zero state, when you release everything what stuck you in any problem, then you can you have a new beginning into your life. So for people that want to start their job, first clean, apply Hooponopono before to start the job. Because also for me it happened that way. When I left the previous job, then I did Hooponopono because I have no idea what to do, what was my real task in the life. And then something happened. Divinity gave to me some products that I created that products and I offered. And then my life start again. But first I had to release everything.
How about those people say, okay, this guy is using Hooponopono. What if everyone will use Hooponopono? What's going to happen? Like this guy will use, he's going to thrive. Is it possible for everyone to thrive?
Yes, there is no competition. No competition. Competition is memory. Is inner state that keep you like a victim. But when you apply Hooponopono, there is space because it is like the star in the sky. Each star has their place in the sky, and each star shines. And there are billions of stars in the sky, but each star shines. So each of us is a star on this planet, on the earth. And when we do Hooponopono, we can radiate our light.
Do you have any examples, maybe friends or maybe relatives who used, Hooponopono, something, like particular experience you can share with us?
Yes, I saw this morning a friend of mine that had a holding of a security, and he worked with banks, but also did investigation for clients, very important clients. That friend started Hooponopono, and he was very busy man. But when he started to do Hooponopono, he changed the relationship with the employers and with the client, and something of very beautiful happened, that the other people saw him no more like the boss, but like a wise man. That was beautiful.
So he became perfect boss.
The perfect boss.
Perfect boss. So, and I think people started liking him.
Yeah, of course. And the business went very, very well. And he opened other business, other units, business units. So even if you are a boss, you have not to feel guilty. If you do Hooponopono, you feel wise. You feel you do the right thing with your employees.
So, can you recommend everyone to come to the business of Hooponopono to learn this process?
Of course. Even if you are looking for a job, or if you don't have a job, or if you have a beautiful job, even you can start. You can use Hooponopono into your life and have a better life. The example was a woman that she was very rich, but she give money, and she was worried about, should that money go back?
Will she get it back or not?
So even if you are rich, maybe you experience some problem. And even if you have a lot of money, or if you have a few monies, or if you have a debt, you can use Hooponopono to live a very beautiful life and solve your problem, your relationship with money, with work, with health.
And let's say about the, in society we have different levels, okay? This is the middle level, this is like below level, those kind of things. Can we say those are the perception or the memories we're looking through? So, because we have kind of like massive consciousness and we have this kind of, that everyone thinks the same way.
Yeah.
Does it mean we all stuck in this memory?
Yes, there are collective memories that where we are stuck. But it is only about you. Only one person can change the world. Each and every person can change the world. By
just applying Hooponopono to yourself.
Yes. So it doesn't matter which class you come or you are. You are able to find the right place of you in this earth.
Can we find that, I'm sure that you would just like me going to each and every class, IDI class, doesn't matter, basic 1, basic 2, or Hooponopono business health. Do you experience, from my perspective, I'm always experiencing that I haven't heard something in the previous class. It seems like something new opened up for me in another class. So that's why I like to go to the classes over and over again, and again train my mind to do this process so it's automatically. Have you experienced similar situations? Similar things?
Yes, because each and every class through the cleaning get the inspiration from divinity. So every time the class is different, because in that moment is all the class is the manifestation of divinity, because we do a huge work of cleaning before the class, even to Hawaii and Dr. Yulen with the cleaning before the class. And then when we arrive to the class, every participant and the teachers too who are inspired. We don't know, but we are inspired in that moment.
So in order to clean even more, this is individual experience, but as I said, for me it's more and more inspirations come to my life.
Yeah, and we need inspiration because almost every day we live some challenging situation. For the weather, for the bank, for the stock market, for everything, for the school of our children. So each and every day we needed to let go of the memories and walk through inspiration. So each and every day is different in our life, and through the class we can have always new inspiration in our life, and something, because in each and every class we start from zero. That's very important.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Nella, for this wonderful conversation about the business, and to learn more about Hooponopono and applying it in business. You always can visit IDI website, Russia, Italy, IDI Italy, or IDI central website in America, and come see us. We're going to be happy to clean with you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.